Trophy hunters are no stranger to easy platinums. They're a good way to boost your PlayStation score when you haven't earned a platinum trophy in a hot minute because you and your friends have been addicted to GTA for the past few months.
You suck cock, but you don't eat meat. It don't make sense to me!
The difficulty of a game's platinum trophy mostly depend on your personal skill, but generally speaking, easy platinums are usually scaled as 1 to 3 out of 10 in difficulty. A lot of trophy hunting YouTubers love making videos listing a bunch of those types of games. I've even made a couple myself. And yeah, those videos sometimes point out some annoying trophy alongside giving you some tips on how to unlock them. But it was usually saved for RPGs or whatever game was popular at the time. So today I brought a couple of my friends along to talk about some dog shit trophies in games the vast majority of the trophy hunting community has classified as an easy platinum.
I start my list off with one of the most painfully average fun races I've ever played by the German video game icon Moorhuhn, who is known as Crazy Chicken in the English fields of gaming. The game's trophy list is rather simple and easy, but there are two very specific trophies which ruin the fun of this platinum immensely. Drive 100 races and lose 50 races. Sound both easy, huh? And quick on paper. Believe me, it's not. In order to achieve this platinum, you have to play 150 races across 4 racing tracks and 3 laps per race. What sounds like something easy and quick ends up becoming hours and hours of wasting time. And that is exactly what I fucking did.
Nigga.
Manual Samuel is a game that plays similar to the classic browser game QWOP, or QWOP, where each button input controls a specific body part. It's difficult to master, but fun as hell. However, your knowledge of the controls will be put to the test with this game's speedrun trophy. Well, technically it's not a speedrun trophy, but it tasks you to get the gold medal in all the time trials, which literally means beating each level under a certain time limit. Learning the controls on its own is difficult, but definitely manageable. However, having to replay every level under a time limit while navigating these funky ass controls is like shaving your asshole with a rusty razor blade. First off, if you haven't already mastered the controls, you risk pressing the wrong button, which causes Samuel to fall on his ass, and you'll have to waste time trying to get that floppy bastard to stand back up. Not to mention, there's a button dedicated to controlling Samuel's breathing, and if you neglect that button for too long, Samuel will suffocate and die, causing a game over. Plus, you'll need the map layouts memorized so you know where to go and what to do, because a lot of the levels are more complex than just going from point A to point B.
So tell us about your day.
Showed up, took a shower, relaxed, just talked with some friends,
What's worse than collectible trophies? Collectible trophies which are fundamentally bugged out. Like every Ratchet & Clank game, even this PSP title has titanium bolts in it, with the difference that you can fuck up this trophy even after you accurately collect all of them. Generally, this game is actually pretty damn decent, and I never understood the hate it has been receiving in recent years. However, if you're a platinum collector, then here's the deal with this horrible trophy. If you ever by any chance spent the titanium bolts on any cosmetics in the game, on any occasion, just very randomly, then you have permanently erased the chance of getting the platinum on your first save file. Because no matter if you have collected all of the titanium bolts, you need to have them all collected and never spent out at the same time, which is something I wish I knew, since this issue has exactly happened to me on my first save file. I collected all of the titanium bolts, but the last one I missed, and before I got that last one I actually purchased the skin in the game, and that's when the fuck up really happened. So guys, if you ever play this game, collect all the titanium bolts and then spend it on cosmetics. Star Wars games usually have very fun and straightforward platinums, and this old PS2 game that was remastered is no exception. Where games such as Dark Forces and Jedi Fallen Order have relatively straightforward trophies, this game has one particular one which bugs the hell out of me. There's this thing called bounty hunting, where you can scan random NPCs in the game and find out if there's a bounty on their ass or not. If there is, then you have to catch them, but here's the catch, no pun intended. There's 150 of them across 15 chapters, and if you miss one, you have to do the entire level again. Or if you accidentally kill them during the crossfire, then you will have to do it again. In certain levels, this whole process of catching them can become super chaotic, with all the respawning enemies basically penetrating you with their shots. No pun intended.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it, I'm saying it.
Hassan Piker should be fucking shot. This Ghostbusters 2016 has nothing to do with that complete abortion that was the movie Ghostbusters 2016. However, that's not to say that this game is any good. It's fun for like the first couple levels, but after a while it gets boring as shit, since each level has you repeating the same tasks over and over again until it finally ends. The trophy list is mindlessly simple, so there's really no other reason to buy the game other than the novelty of having an easy Ghostbusters Platinum trophy. That is, of course, if the Platinum wasn't a fucking grind fest. The stupid fucking back off man I'm a scientist trophy alone requires you to fully upgrade every Ghostbuster. How do you do that? Well, you need to get each of the 4 Ghostbusters to level 20 while maxing out each of their upgrades. And in order to do that, you'll need to replay the levels a fuck ton of times just to grind out XP. And to get XP, you do what else? Busting ghosts and fucking finding chests and shit. And if you're playing solo, any XP the other 3 Ghostbusters pick up won't count. And the XP you collect only counts once you complete the level, so you can't just exit and replay to save time. What's even worse is that every level except for the first one can go on for over an hour. You'll also earn skill points depending on how well you do in a level. These are required to purchase the 12 upgrades, 10 of which have to be upgraded 5 times. Unless you have 3 other players and or 3 other controllers, you'll have to dredge through damn near hour-long levels, busting all over the same ghosts repeatedly until the level eventually ends, so you can sit and watch your progress bar go up by like 1% until that grind eventually ends, only having to turn around and do the same shit again 3 more times. Hypothetically, let's say you're playing by yourself and you're whooping the game's ass, ranking up 1 level and earning 5 skill points every time you complete a level. That's still around 20 hours just to match out 1 fucking character. Maybe even longer since there's only 1, technically 2 trophy guides on PlayStationTrophies.org, and they both suck gorilla shit. But the real question is, would you rather spend those 80 hours trying to earn this 1 measly PlayStation trophy, or spend the exact same amount of time watching Ghostbusters 2016 36 times? Fuck that.
Spit stringing from my mouth, let you fuck my face. Good nutritious nut on deck, nigga. Eat me out, nigga. Eat me out, nigga. Beat it out, beat it out, beat it out, nigga.
This is an horror comedy game where you are in an apocalypse. The big problem is not the main game, but one of the 2 side games which come packaged with the main one. There's a Call of Duty zombie mode in this game, and that sounds super cool and all, but with the way the shooting and walking functions, it becomes an absolute nightmare to survive 25 rounds of this mode. The biggest issue though is the trophy where you have to kill Dr. Fleschenstein, the bad brain doctor who lives underneath the horror mansion. In order to fight the secret boss, you have to do a lot of hidden tasks in old Call of Duty zombie fashion, by collecting codes, items, etc. Not only is there a lot to do, but once you solve the puzzle, you have to walk through a small mysterious cellar full of one-hit traps on the way to the boss battle. The thing I hate so much is that you die in 1 hit every single time one of the zombies catches you. It took me more than 30 attempts to finish this trophy, all thanks to the one-hit traps during the last portion of this damn process. Yeah, they caught me every time.
Rainbow tree, plus I got this running me. Really yellow dancing on me, cause she smell the green on me. She straight from California, freaky, yeah, she wanna tell me she like boys and girls, oh well, that's okay for me.
I don't think we necessarily have to talk about the quality of this game. Some hated it, others loved it. I certainly enjoyed it most of the time, but this game really greatly insults my time. Never have I ever played a game with more grindier trophies than this game. Collect 100,000 rings, get all numbered rings, level up every character's race to the highest rank, collect all silver moon rings, collect all red rings, collect all Wispins, collect all customization parts, finish all challenges, finish all missions, and the list goes on and on. The platinum in total took me multiple years to finish it up because I would constantly lose my motivation to do anything in this title, just because of how tedious this grind would become. I mean, generally, nothing about this is particularly difficult, but the tedious grind is what really goes on my nerves. So if you guys ever try this, then make sure to have a lot of time on your hands. Otherwise, I would not recommend going for the platinum at all. Although it is indeed easy, but very time consuming.
So I kind of fucked up communicating with one of my collaborators. I guess this little bitch thought we were talking about underrated platinums again. So before we get to number 1, here are ZPTV's top 15 best anime titties. Aw yeah, motherfucker!
Hey everybody, it is NCS Fan 001 or ZPTV123 here for another round of underrated easy platinum trophies. Today I'm starting off with a relatively recent platinum trophy by the name of Thrillville. This PS Classics game, despite being out for well over 6 months, just recently received a trophy patch. The platinum isn't very difficult overall and can potentially be completed in under 3 hours if you know what you're doing. However, I have to present a bit of a warning here. Several trophies are quite buggy and can be very problematic to unlock, so if you attempt this platinum, you may not have as good of an experience, so just keep all of that in mind if you decide to go for it. Next we have What Remains of Edith Finch. This is a walking simulator with various interactive bits and a very stellar story overall. The game originally released on PS4 with an easy trophy list that lacked a platinum, but the PS5 version adds in a couple of trophies, including a quick, easy, and very enjoyable platinum. Speaking of story-driven games, Storm Boy is a very short and simple title about a boy who befriends a pelican. It's sweet, actually quite sad, and very well made for what it is. Along with all of that, the platinum basically just comes down to finishing the story and completing minigames, and it can be achieved in under half an hour. Now for an underrated platinum that most of you have probably never even heard of, it's called Reverie. It plays like a combination of a Zelda game with Earthbound. Most of the trophies are pretty easy and mostly just consist of completing the game, obtaining items, and clearing all the dungeons throughout the world. But there is one tougher trophy for finishing the bonus dungeon. That one can be quite a bit troublesome, at least it was for me the first time I went through the game, but I have platinumed it multiple times and it became easier on later playthroughs. Overall, the game is pretty quick, easy, and fun to platinum, just keep that one little tidbit in mind. Very recently, I finally got around to playing Astro's Playroom, which came packaged with the PS5. Not only did this game spawn 2024's likely Game of the Year, but it gave PlayStation an adorable new mascot. The Platinum Trophy is quite easy, mostly revolving around finishing all 16 levels, finding all the collectibles, and some area-specific miscellaneous trophies. There are also some DLC trophies which can prove to be a little bit tougher, especially for people that are not as accustomed to platformer games, but the base game and with it the Platinum Trophy really shouldn't present too many major issues. Finally, I have an honorable mention by the name of Firewatch. Firewatch is a PS4-era walking simulator about a man working as a fire watcher in a national park and the relationship he slowly forms with a coworker, as well as some other, sometimes very dark mysteries of the mountain. All of the trophies in both the base game and the DLC are very easy and should not present any real major issues, but the game doesn't actually have a platinum trophy, so it merely gets a mention here.
Shimon! Doom fucking kicks ass. And the Platinum Trophy is surprisingly easy. However, the game is also an example of one of the most devastating blows to every trophy hunter's platinum journey. The Circle is Complete is a silver trophy that requires you to earn all 12 runes by finding all the trial stones hidden throughout the game and completing whatever challenge is tied to them. All sounds fine and good, but the reason why I put the trophy on this list is because it's glitched. Meaning, if you went through the entire game and earning all the runes like you're supposed to do, there's a chance this trophy won't even unlock. No one really knows what causes the glitch, but most people speculate it's triggered by closing the game, using chapter select, or entering other modes like multiplayer or photo mode. So you'd think you'd be fine if you completed the game again in one sitting while focusing on the trial stones. Some players have reported doing just that and the trophy still refused to unlock. The only somewhat surefire way to unlock this timid bitch of a trophy is to delete your save data, delete and reinstall the game, then complete the entire game in one sitting while focusing on the trial stones. And even then, there's still a chance the trophy won't unlock. In the past decade this game's been out, Bethesda has never patched this trophy. Don't get me wrong, they're aware of the glitch, they just refuse to do anything about it. So to close this video off, here's a video of two turtles fucking. Yeah.
Wow, super kawaii!